Guys, I had a great intro planned. See, I'm going away this weekend with my best friend Sarah to Mount Fuji, and we're leaving out of Shinjuku. We're taking a bus, and I was gonna have a nice establishing shot in front of the bus terminal, explain the intricacies of taking a bus from Shinjuku. But that didn't happen because we were late, and we were kind of rushing through the terrible station that is Shinjuku, trying desperately to make our bus. We only have about 3 minutes until our bus takes off here, and these buses in Tokyo leave right on time, so instead enjoy these frantic shots of us trying to hurriedly get on the bus. But spoiler alerts, we did get on the bus, so sorry for this very terrible intro instead, but honestly we were just relieved that we didn't miss our stop. I will do better next time. I am so sorry for this intro, but the rest of the video I think turned out really great, so stick around.
We just made it, and I'm drinking my yogurt on the bus, and there's a toilet on the bus, so you know, sometimes there's a few victories in life. I count that as one. It was stressful. Don't do this.
So with our morning cardio out of the way, we were able to sit back and relax and enjoy the nice 2.5-hour bus ride into the countryside. So we are going to Mount Fuji, and more specifically, we're going to Kawaguchiko, which is one of the towns that are at the base of Mount Fuji. It's lovely. There's a bunch of lakes, nature, and we are going to enjoy it all this weekend. But first things first, we didn't really have breakfast for obvious reasons, so lunchtime is first. And we found this cute little GyuuKatsu place, which is a lovely dining experience. Lunchtime, we found a even better place, which is GyuuKatsu, and GyuuKatsu is like beef cutlets. So like tonkatsu is pork cutlets, this is beef cutlets, and the fun part about GyuuKatsu is that you usually grill it yourself. So Sarah's already started. She was not patient enough to wait.
Hey, I get to show it immediately.
That is true. That's good. That's why. But it's fun. You get this unique little grill stone in front of you, and you grill it yourself. So I actually like it more than tonkatsu. Like I said, top 20 meals in Japan for sure. If you're here for at least 20 meals, you gotta try it.
So this place is really nice and affordable. It's only 1,600 yen for the meal, and we got a nice view of like the mountains
range,
as well as some like flowers in front of us, and you know, traffic as well. So
but yeah, the traffic is just part of the ambiance at this point, you know.
I mean, it's gonna be really hot. I mean, you can have it if you want.
No, seriously.
Okay. I'll just take one of yours.
That would be a fair trade-off.
There you go. I donated it to
Thank you. Really good.
Tender. Yummy.
Wow. You know what? Top 19 dining meals.
Wow.
In Japan.
And it's burning, so we gotta keep going more.
We're gonna enjoy. Sarah is all about maximum efficiency. She's already
I'm hungry. And also the rice is mushy, so.
Like Sarah's, and then like mine, doing one at a time. Before dropping our stuff off, we're going back to the station because our Airbnb or our hotel is a little bit, it's like a 30-minute walk, so they've offered to come pick us up from
Watch out.
After that near-death experience, we got in the car with our hostel owner who was nice enough to pick us up. The thing about Kawaguchiko in this area is that there's not nearly as many trains. There's no trains. So if you don't have a car, it can be a little difficult to get around. But soon enough, we got to our hostel and we got to check it out. Okay, we've arrived at our first stop. I realized I didn't even give an overview of what we were doing on this trip, just jumped right in, was a little flustered. So today we arrived in Kawaguchiko, and Kawaguchiko is a really cool area known for a couple different things. Mount Fuji, obviously, the lakes. It's also known for Fuji, the amusement park, which I have been to before, just filmed a video there. And the other thing it's known for is what we're gonna be doing tomorrow, which is their camping.
Oh, glamping.
More specifically, we are doing glamping, which I don't know, we're gonna stay at this like kind of fancy cabin that has a view of Mount Fuji apparently. But today, we can't really afford 2 nights there or anything. But today we are in a hostel, and it is a nice washitsu or Japanese style room, and this whole place is actually really cool. We were gonna maybe go out and do something today, but I think we're changing our plans a little bit to maybe just chill.
Yeah, like a low key. It's very countryside, so you have all the really nice big houses, greenery. And I think just taking a stroll when the sun kind of goes down will be really nice, and you'll hear the sounds of summer.
Room tour! Yeah, that's the entire room. So I don't think you need like a super big room tour, but here it is. Just a shadow frame. There you go. The entire room. Pretty cool. So now it's time for the only slightly more elaborate hostel tour. So this hostel is very homey, but it is kind of a Japanese theme. So they have a lot of different areas, like a washitsu style little tatami mat elevated platform here in the main room that's very Japanese. And this in particular, this outdoor / indoor patio you see in a lot of traditional Japanese architecture. So it's kind of an homage to old traditional Japanese feel, but with a modern twist. The dream. You have your little tatami with a little tea table. These are in Animal Crossing too, by the way. And
Everything is, yeah.
I will show you the proper way to use a tatami mat, which is lovely, lovely. Do I look relaxed?
Yeah,
Yeah?
pretty much.
I feel relaxed.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm gonna write a message. Fuji?
Yeah.
I love Fuji. Oh, it's a little Fuji.
Fuji.
Wow!
Please snow.
Snow. Okay.
Oh, snow! Oh, nice. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
You're a real artist. So I don't know if I mentioned before, but our hostel is right on Lake Kawaguchiko, which is one of the main lakes in this area. And one of the things I like here is the lavender fields. We were gonna go, but not blooming anymore. They only bloom until about mid-June to not anymore. That's how long
July,
they,
yeah.
late July. So instead we're gonna go just take a nice walk around the lake, see if we can find anything else. Look guys, it's cornfields and sunflowers, but mostly corn. Sarah, pick us some for dinner.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a lot of ants in there.
I'd recognize corn from a mile away. And while we were admiring the corn, this Obasan actually came out, and she's the one who actually cultivates and grows and tends to this corn every day. And Sarah was asking her about all these corn facts, and the lady was just like telling her about it. It was really sweet. People in the countryside tend to be really friendly and open to talking to people. But while Sarah was admiring the corn, you know, I've seen a bunch of corn in my life, I saw this beautiful path that led into the lake. It's like you could walk just directly into the lake, and it drew me towards it. So I went to go down and sit by the lake and contemplate life. Can you hear the water? It's very peaceful. Do you know what one of my favorite things about Kawaguchiko is that I always think when I come here? It's that it's very blue.
It is blue.
The way, you think it's green because the mountains are green, but the way the sky and the water, the reflection between them gets trapped, it makes the whole place look blue. And you know how they say like blue is always the color of calm? I feel like this, I really get that. Because most other like blue river, water, ocean things are rough, but this is calm and peaceful. So Kawaguchiko is blue. And this has been Deep Lakeside Thoughts with Alyssa. So there's like 2 main lavender field parks around Lake Kawaguchiko, and this is one of them, just like a 5-minute walk from our hostel. And yeah, they're a little wilted. It's a little past season, but you can still smell the lavender, which is really nice. And if dead lavender wasn't enough for you, don't you worry, they have a lot of other dead things too, like these dead hydrangea flowers, which died. Found the the single,
Nice and blue.
the one hydrangea.
It's
So
tiny.
this one is just like Frieden because all her friends have died and it alone survives by itself. Which you gotta ask, is it a fate worse than death?
Well, she'll come back to life next year, so
That's true. So don't worry guys, I cut out the subsequent rant that I went on about how Frieden is such a great anime and you should totally watch it. Sarah's heard it many times before, but I can spare y'all at least from it. Anyways, after we left the dead flower farm, we discovered this wide open park on the lake. Everyone was just relaxing, having a good time. There were kids playing soccer, little kids doing cartwheels, and speaking of little kids, I saw doing cartwheels. I used to be able to do a cartwheel, but I haven't tried in several years, and I was thinking like, can I still do a cartwheel? I feel like you hit an age eventually where you can stop doing things. We're gonna find out if 29 is that age. I have to stretch first, because I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna pull something. I have stretched. Moment of truth.
that was pretty good.
I can still do it. Can I still do a one-handed cartwheel?
Look pretty easy to you. That's now just showing off.
Next, a back a backflip next. Oh, okay, good. 29 is not the age in which I can no longer do a cartwheel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Me doing a cartwheel, surely that is the pinnacle of this video. I mean, where do you go from there? But look, this whole other time we were pretty much just watching this sheep play soccer with his family. I mean, if you put the word wholesome into ChatGPT, this is what it spits out right here. Absolutely precious. Okay, we are serene. Now we're gonna go eat dinner. Sarah found like an izakaya type place, which has shiitake mushrooms. Look both ways when you cross the road. Okay, we're clear. And death by vlogging. Yeah, that'd be very embarrassing. Probably top 10 embarrassing ways to die.
People do that off cliffs.
Yeah. Well, no cliffs here, luckily. Well, mountain cliffs, I guess. But anyways, this is very country. This is very like residential, it looks now. So high hopes. This izakaya has a 4.9 star review. So, as long as the shiitake mushrooms are good, that's all I want. I gotta say, this does not look like a road that would lead us to any sort of izakaya or restaurant.
I don't know, I feel like in these areas they always just are standing alone on like the street and you're like, oh, there
they
it is.
appear out of nowhere. After another 10-minute walk, we arrived at our dinner place. Behold! Yeah, it's closed. We walked all the way and it's closed. Google Maps, not reliable in the countryside, but don't worry, there's a place right next door to it. Behold, the Dino Diner, home to every American stereotype that has ever existed, including Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, Alabama Michael Jackson, Maryland, Mustangs and the Pacific Coast. I feel right at home. Route 66 and an ice cream cone. Wow, did we travel all the way across the Pacific? Okay, well, you know, we decided we actually weren't feeling the American Diner place. So plan number C, we're gonna do yakiniku, and we already made a reservation, so this one should work out. So Sarah has a love of vending machines. We finally found one. It's a little out of order-ish looking. It's like overgrown in some foliage, but we're gonna try it, or Sarah's gonna try it more specifically.
I'm going in.
Here we go.
There's even like a cobweb.
Ah.
Oh, I heard that didn't work. No! Could I get the 100 yen back?
Oh no. Did it come out?
I think so. Oh my god, there's so many spiders!
You're Australian, you should be fine with it.
Yeah, sure. Maybe not this level. I can't do it. Goodbye, 100 yen.
Well, we learned a valuable lesson. Don't use vending machines that look like this. So after walking for another 20 minutes, we finally hit the town area. And look, here's the first view of Mount Fuji, that mountain in the distance, Mount Fuji. And we arrive at our yakiniku place. So yakiniku is really popular to do. They basically bring you the raw beef, other cuts of beef too, and you have a little grill in front of you, and it's up to you to cook the meat on the grill. It's pretty common. This is definitely one of my top 20 recommended meals in Tokyo as well, by the way. Sarah likes yakiniku too, but she also usually gets bibimbap when she comes to these kind of places, which is a Korean dish, and it's really good. It's a bunch of stuff in a bowl, and you stir it all around. We ordered a second course. Instead of sushi, this is meat sushi. So it is raw, but you're supposed to eat it raw, and I quite like it. It's really good. It's called miku sushi.
Yeah, and this wasabi, very strong.
Very strong.
Like it's freshly grated, you can smell the difference.
Itadakimasu. We're walking back to our hostel now on this very empty street. I hope we don't get abducted. Luckily it's Japan, so the odds are lower.
We have a record right here.
We have, our last will and testament. Any last words? No, I'm kidding.
It was nice knowing you.
Oh, thank you. It was nice knowing you too.
I feel like there's not many security cameras on this street, so like really, we just disappear.
Yeah, we would just disappear. Oh my god, until someone recovers my iPhone 25 years in the future. We're back, and there's the bright overhead light, which is annoying, so we turned it off. So now we're just chilling by the light of the lantern that Sarah really likes. We're gonna get our futons out. Here's my futon. It's my pillow. We shall make the futons. It's time for futon review.
Well, I have slept on many futons, and this one is not super hard, but I think that's because we have to tummy. It's 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
What do you rate it?
You
You haven't slept on it yet. You gotta roll onto your back.
Okay, hold on, I'll do that.
That you can feel your back bones.
You know when you lay on after you've hiked for a long day up a mountain and you lay down on rocks and it still feels good? That's what this feels
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah,
like there are some futon which are really nice.
Yeah, they're just super comfy.
And I'm like, I could do this over a bed, but yeah, this is average. Like it's totally fine. I'm used to it. I can sleep on it. I've slept on worse.
It's only one night, so.
Yeah, like it's totally fine. It's
Tomorrow
just not
will
great.
be in a luxury bed.
It'll be like a Western bed.
It'll be like a Western bed. That's a luxury bed.
Yeah, but aesthetic wise, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We have the whole, like it's kind of creepy right now. You can't see, but we have this like lantern. It's the only light in the whole room. We probably look a little creepy right now too. You look like a ghost. You look like you're haunting me in your white like tank top over my shoulder.
Were you actually scared?
No.
Oh, good effect.
Thank you. Also, this view from our window, see that string of lights? That's actually people climbing Mount Fuji. You could see it directly from our window. You can see people climb at night. It's pretty cool. Anyways, morning comes, and the thing about a futon room too is that you must put it away. Here is me expertly folding and putting away the futons. I think I did a beautiful job, if I don't say so myself. After we checked out, we began the journey, I would say, to our glamping campsite. But I mean, like after we got some coffee at a cafe, I mean, I feel like that kind of goes without saying, but I figured I had to have a disclaimer anyways. We went to the Kawaguchiko bus station where we took a bus, and the bus ride was about an hour, 30 minutes. Like by car, it would have only been 20 minutes, but they made a lot of stops along the lake. Essentially, we were on the opposite side of the lake, but we eventually got there. And after a quick walk from the bus stop, we were able to get to the glamping location. So, behold our beautiful camp glamping grounds. So there's about 9 or so pods. This is our pod right here. And each pod has a beautiful view of Mount Fuji. They're luxury pods. They each have a little like outhouse shed attached to them as well, which is where you have dinner. So let's take a grandiose tour and check out our lovely little egg for the evening. Wow, it's so beautiful. What beautiful cinematography I did here shooting it. Well, after a long bus journey and ride, we have checked into our special glamping suite at Totonoi, a glamping resort thingamabobber at Kawaguchiko. We are in a beautiful dome. Check out this dome with a beautiful hypothetical view of Mount Fuji, which, you know, if it wasn't hidden by the clouds, it's a little stormy right now, actually, is theoretically Mount Fuji. I could add it in post, maybe CGI Mount Fuji into our view. Bam! Hopefully we'll be able to see it tomorrow morning. But this room's pretty sweet. We have a lot of cool things, like this hanging egg, sweet, and also this hanging plant. I think hanging things is the way to go. Plus, this hanging projector. So maybe we'll watch Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie tonight, because Sarah's been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I've already seen it, but season 2 is pretty hype, and she hasn't seen season 2 yet. So maybe we'll watch that like later tonight. We also plan on doing like campfire. We have a cool Wagyu like meat dinner coming up. And yeah, overall Sarah's out like filming some B-roll stuff for her video. So I'm using this chance to appreciate the dome in its emptiness. This dome is like an egg, and I am like the yolk, the little chicken about to be hatched. Guys, this is our backyard of our glamping thing, and this hammock is so great. Hammocks are probably one of the top 10 inventions of all time. You can also
There was a bug. Sorry. It flew on my head.
you guys hear that? She's so loud.
I had a heart attack. We're in the nature, the wildlife.
Sarah, you're Australian. You should be used to
There's poisonous things in Australia.
We're in Japan. Back it on.
Got
So I almost feel like people are gonna think we're lying about, you know, this is a place where you have great views of Mount Fuji.
We swear though, this is just how Mount Fuji is. It really doesn't seem like it, but it's a massive looming mountain that's like right there, but it's just so completely covered with clouds that when it is, it feels you would have no idea. We might as well be in Tokyo for like all the views of Mount Fuji we have, but promise, it's like it's right there. So, behold. I overcooked my marshmallow a little bit. It's a little burnt.
Yeah, not a little bit. Like, look at mine, which is still in the process.
It's a little toasty.
Go get yourself another one.
But you know, it's on the inside is what counts. You know, as a Girl Scout, I probably should have paid more attention during the campfire marshmallow roasting sessions. But you know, in America, we just like slap some chocolate and graham crackers on it, call it a s'more, and no one even notices how pretty your marshmallow is or isn't. So this is some discrimination for not liking my marshmallows, Sarah. See, look, if I do this, look how my marshmallow is nice and gooey.
You want mine? Like,
no, yours looks ugly.
oh, wow, discrimination.
Yours is like such a timid brown. It's like when an English person tries to get a tan. So Sarah's finished roasting her marshmallow. Look, she's roasted it so much, it's falling off the skewer. How is it? Is it good?
Better than yours.
Ah, stop roasting me. You already roasted your marshmallow. Roast that instead. Okay, so it's dinner time. Sarah's over there at the grill cooking. You can see her in this reflection right here, cooking piece. So we have this amazing elaborate banquet feast. One tiny problem though, we did not check like the menu ahead of time, and there is a lot of pork and seafood, which are the two things Sarah really can't eat. So it is kind of up to me to carry the team here.
And also doesn't eat a lot.
And I don't eat a lot. Like my stomach is not that big. So we're gonna like try, I'm gonna try my best, but also I don't wanna die tonight, you know, or be too miserable. So we shall see how all of that progresses. But right now we're cooking Sarah's steak. It's lovely, it's marbled, and I'm having my seafood aioli.
You will be having some steak. I cannot finish 1 kilogram of steak.
Well, I want to try the steak too because that's actually my favorite thing. The one thing Sarah can eat. Oh, she can eat the baguette too. I'm starting with this seafood aioli. Item number 3 of things Sarah can't eat, so I need to eat. So let's try this. And guys, I promise I did my absolute best, but we still had so much food left over. We ended up going around to other campers and giving away our leftovers so we wouldn't waste anything, which was great. But then afterwards, we set up a lovely fire and it was super easy. We had no problem setting this fire up. We being Sarah discovers fire. Us being master outdoorsmen and campers, we had 0 issues setting up this fire. It's a lie. It's a lie. We had this lovely Japanese man come help us because we missed the flint. So we were struggling just trying to light the wood on fire for a while. But it's all taken care of now. Yep. And we are enjoying a nice cozy fire in the hammock. We're sitting in the hammock right now.
It's hard to look away at the camera because it's just so mesmerizing.
It's very mesmerizing.
Looking at the yellow flames.
Oh, look, Sarah lit her little stick on fire. Wow. Okay, it's so close. Not that I don't trust you, of course.
Nah, I'm not to be trusted. Yeah. I make mistakes.
Okay, then keep it away.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that, guys, I will say good night. Okay, and now it's morning again. Editing is so cool. So we woke up at 5 to see if Fuji was visible. Spoiler alert, it's not. Super misty. So then we woke up again at 7. It looks much more promising. We're very excited. Do we get to see Fuji? Of course we do. Here it is. And it had this cute little cloud that was hanging out with it too. So success!
We finally got to see Fuji right in the morning. We woke up, it's like 7 a.m. We set an alarm because I said it's like the only time it's actually going to be clear. And we finally got to see it. So hooray, mission accomplished in all its glory. And there's a cute little cloud on top too. Oh, I'm a little tired. But we got to see it. Hooray. Mission accomplished, trip successful.
And of course, with Fuji finally out, we couldn't just go back to bed, so we set up some chairs on our little porch, and we decided to brew some coffee and just enjoy the views of Fuji. Luckily, our place comes with a hand-drip coffee machine. Sarah is quite the expert, so she made us both some coffee, and we could just relax and watch Fuji, kinda.
We've only been outside for like 10-20 minutes, and Mount Fuji is already covered in clouds. They're the only clouds in the sky are the ones right in front of Mount Fuji. The rest of the sky is still perfectly blue, but there's clouds covering exactly Mount Fuji. It's kind of funny. It just shows you how shy Mount Fuji really is.
So I'm sure there's a life lesson I could wrap this all up into about, seizing the moment, waking up early is a good thing, make the most of what you have, blah, 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 blah. I think I'll just end it on, I had a really fun trip and a really fun time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and I hope you guys get the chance to see Fuji in person yourselves one day. Let me know, have you seen Fuji in person? Were you lucky? Were you unlucky? Either way, I think the visit to Kawaguchiko is totally worth it, regardless of the fact. Now, here's my outro as Sarah blows a bubble into your face. Thank you. Bye. Jane!